All right, hi there. My name's Tom Gerrard. I'm going to take you on a walking tour of some of the murals I've got around Prahran. Yeah, let's go. This is a big mural I painted for Bailey Nelson a few years ago. It was 2022, I believe. And yeah, it was. I guess it's one of the biggest murals I've painted, and it's yeah, had a good time doing it. I had a couple of friends help me along the way. And it was an interesting wall to paint because there's not really big planes of wall to work with. There's lots of little bits. So I ended up doing like a whole bunch of pot plants to sort of fill in the gaps and be able to work in between all the spaces. And you know, I hired a scissor lift so I could reach the second floor. And yeah, it was a really good project, really cool project to work on. It's the second time I've actually painted this wall. The first time I did it, it was a lot more sparse, but yeah, this time I filled in the gaps a lot more to try to not leave any space for any graffiti. There's still a bit of graffiti on it at the moment, but it's got a graffiti-proof coating that the council will come and clean off. They do that every few months, every 6 months or so. It's a good location, this one. It's right here on Chapel Street. Lots of cars get to see it. And yeah, it's also got the reflections in the windows, so people who aren't even facing it can still get to check it out. There's also a QR code here on the wall if you want to scan that, and you can hear me talk a bit more about this mural. So I also did the interior of the Bailey Nelson. So if you look in there, I've got paintings all over the walls in there, and you know, I've got some here, and it goes all the way back. Yeah, that was a fun little project. I like working with brands that I admire. This is a mural by a Sydney-based artist named Brad Eastman, who's a friend of mine. And yeah, it's good. The Stonington Council's done a good job with commissioning artists to do murals around the place. Yeah, I like this mural as well. I don't know who did it, but I like it. All right, we're approaching the corner of Chapel Street and Commercial Road here. This old building here, Hungry Jack's, is where I got my first job still in high school. That was shocking. 24-hour Hungry Jack's. I got thrust into the workforce. If you have a look up here, this is one of my favourite murals in Melbourne, apart from my own. But it's by an artist from the UK called Flem, and I just think it's beautifully painted, really well executed, and a great use of the wall, leaving the bricks, like having the negative space. It's something I like to do myself as well. It's yeah, it's great to see. I painted this with an artist from Japan named Shigo, who's got that's actually his tattoo studio upstairs in that building. And yeah, we just came out here on Thursday afternoon and got our extendable roller poles out and painted it up. It was yeah, the neck and shoulders got a bit sore working out doing it, but it was a lot of fun to do. And I really like painting in that way. You know, gaining access to elevated walls without using scaffolding or a scissor lift or anything like that. It's an interesting way to paint, and it's something I learnt from painting graffiti as a youth. I chose to paint the trees because they're quite abstract and they're easier to do with the roller pole, and they don't have a lot of line work in them. And in the head, I went quite heavy shadows and bold shape on that as well. And the snake was done by my friend Shigo, and it was his first time painting in this way with a roller pole. He's a tattoo artist by trade, and so yeah, it was a lot of fun. Good experimentation. So this mural here, I painted these trees because I've got a good vantage point of them from my studio, and I just really wanted to paint this wall. And I spoke to the tenants in the building, and they said I could paint it. And once again, I did it all with the extendable roller poles. Yeah, I just wanted to paint some big trees. I'd moved from the countryside up in Mullumbimby back here to Prahran, and I just felt like I was in a bit of a concrete jungle and was in need for some nature. And yeah, these are a lot of fun to paint. once again, got a bit of a stiff neck and shoulders from doing them, but it was really rewarding, and I'm really happy with how they came out. Yeah, one of the reasons I painted this wall and wanted to paint it up high was because of the vantage points. Like, it's very rare to see a building that's not filled all the spaces around Prahran. It's pretty densely built up around here. But this is one of those few places where you can actually see the mural from a lot of different places. And even though it's in a tight laneway, it's there's a lot of space and a lot of different vantage points for it. Yeah, and it's also roadside, which is beautiful. I like that. I like, one of the things I'm always looking for when painting a mural is to get lots of eyes on it. It's one thing to have them tucked away, but another thing to have them out there prime time. I spent a bit of time in this park as well. There's not a lot of green spaces around Prahran, but there's a skate park over there, a swimming pool and a tennis courts and a park here. And it's somewhere I often would take my lunch and sit in the sunshine and eat when I need a break at the studio. Now we're going to cut down this street, Walker Street. This is a mural I painted in 2017. This was, I guess, it was like the first proper mural I'd done, and it was a bit of a weird one. Once again, I got the roller poles out, and I only had a ladder and a roller pole. And my friend had a BMX shop in this building at the time, and he said I could paint whatever I wanted on the side wall. So I took it as an opportunity to go big. Up here, where this big blank area was, there was a billboard there that's been taken down now. I'd like to actually add something to it there. But this was a big experiment for me at the time, and it was it was hard work. I didn't really know what I was doing that well, but it came out all right, and it's still here till this day, which is at the moment, it's like 8 years later, and I'd been recently living in Barcelona, and I'd just come back and saw that there was a big mural scene kicking off in Melbourne, and I wanted to be part of it, and wasn't really getting any opportunities, so I thought I'd take it upon myself to paint something nice and big to stand out. And lots of things came of this mural. It was I got contacted by David Bromley, who had a studio about a block from here, and he bought a bunch of paintings off me and then let me exhibit in his gallery as well, and it opened up a lot of doors for me. Also a collaboration with Attica, the restaurant that's in Ripponlea, which is a real honour to do a big project with him. I did a big art installation in their courtyard, and lots of other things spawned from this mural. It's it's once again, it's not my greatest painting I've ever done, but I'm very grateful to have done it. So and I'm happy that it's still here as well. And also you can see it from Chapel Street right here, which is just great. As I said before, I love getting lots of eyes on my artwork, and it's been a good one. But I painted this big pot plant next to it. Once again, I got the roller poles out and did the top bit, and the rest I got more and more detail as I went down. I coincided it for a little release I was having at my studio, which is just in this building here. And I was doing a release of pot plant paintings, and so I wanted to have something on the street to sort of brand the entrance, I guess. And down this lane I got a few little bits and pieces actually. I've got another head up here. I've got this this painting here I did with another artist named John Murray, who's he's about 75 years old, and he lives out in what's it called? Lightning Ridge, out in central New South Wales. So he lives out in the desert, and he's like a famous Australian artist. And he came to my studio, and I took him out here, and we painted this, which was a lot of fun. And as you can see, these are the trees that I was talking about before, and I painted them all like this with a big roller pole. And that was a lot of work, but as I said, really happy with the outcome. Okay, let's get back out here onto Carlton Street. We'll double back on ourselves a bit. But this wall, this area here, I actually painted this graffiti piece with, and my assistant did this one. But this area here is just something that just turns over. Like my studio is just up here in this building, and this is somewhere I just like to come out and paint. You know, it's like a free spot to paint whenever the feeling calls for it. All right, so we'll head back down Carlton Street, back out to Chapel, and we'll cut through this way. So we'll pop into Prahran Central here. This is like a time warp, this place. It's like stepping into the 90s. And it's so funny that it's right in the centre of Prahran. Look at this, have a coffee with a cop. Are you serious? Sorry, yeah, it's just funny, isn't it? Like, really? The reason I'm cutting through here is because I painted a site-specific painting that is just straight through these windows here. Whenever I paint up with the roller poles, I usually pop into this place over here. I don't even see what it's called. And they give you a nice 20-minute neck and shoulder massage. And I'll tell you what, anyone who's been stressed out, they've been on the computer too much or anything, go treat yourself to 20 minutes of shoulder and neck or whatever, and oh my God. So if you see straight out these doors, I painted down the laneway there, and yeah, got a good little spot down there. I saw that it was just vacant. There was nothing on there for a long time, so I just took it upon myself. Yeah, I've got a quick little one on the side here. But yeah, for me, I painted this one down the end here, and it got painted over the other day, and I just came back and redid it. It just, yeah, it tends to happen just painting on the streets, especially at ground level. That's why I focus so much of my attention on painting up above everyone where no one can reach, because it just lasts a lot longer. But yeah, this used to be a bar in there, and it hasn't been open for a long time. So yeah, there was just nothing on this wall, just lots of scribble and yeah, just nothing. So I just took it upon myself to paint it. It's a great spot. Like, all the trams can see it and all the cars banking up there. And as you see, you saw before, like walking through the shopping centre, it's just there at the end. Yeah, it's a good little spot. Yeah, and the same time I did that, I had some white paint left over, so I painted this guy here. I just thought I'd get that's another good one you can see from the corner over there. It's got all, you know, as I said, I'm always about like vantage points and spots, you know, lots of different areas that people can see the artwork from. It's yeah, I put a lot of thought into that side of business. But here, we'll keep walking up Commercial Road. I don't know which way we're facing. West, maybe? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. And then we're going to head towards Prahran Market, which is, yeah, it's a great place to, I don't know, eat and pick up groceries and all sorts of stuff. If you're in town for the weekend, I recommend, yeah, getting some nice produce from there. There's a good bottle shop in there. You can get a nice bottle of wine as well, and I don't know, have some nice food and beverages. But yeah, the mural comes out to about here, that they're doing some sort of work there. So I painted this in 2024, but it was pretty much like the 2nd of January or something. I remember it was right at the start of the year. And yeah, I did a mixture of heads and plants, and yeah, I painted a lot of it with spray paint and also the airbrush. It's been a bit hammered actually. I might need to come and touch it up for them. But yeah, this was a fun project. It's just very playful and just like filling up a lot of space with more of like a pattern arrangement. But there's lots of really fine detailing in the in a lot of the plants here, and I really yeah, it's just an enjoyable wall to paint. Like, I did the whole thing in a day. My wife gave me a hand with it, which was good. But yeah, I used lots of things like gold spray paint that you can see in here, and just lots of texture and tone. And then all the black was with the airbrush, which is what I use in the studio. And yeah, I treated it a bit different to a mural. Like, I wouldn't paint like this fine detail if it was out on the streets. It would just get weathered a bit, but it's undercover here, and yeah, it's somewhere that people that can get up close to the artwork and check it out. But yeah, Yeah, there's just some elements here I really like. I really like this like wild grass in here, and just played around with a lot of different techniques. It's yeah, it's very fun wall to paint. All right, so now we're going to head out of the market and start making our way back to the Airbnb. So that concludes the walking tour. Thanks for joining me. And yeah, the nature with street art and graffiti is that everything is like changing over time. So yeah, it may be different if you come and do this walk on your own. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, that's it.